A very warm afternoon to one and all present here. My name is Tanit Raj. I am the student of PGDM second sem. Today I am here to deliver a presentation on the topic Michael Porter 5 Forces of Competition. So before I proceed, I would like to thank Reena ma'am for this precious opportunity. So without wasting much of our time, let's delve in this topic. So as you can see, there are 5 forces of competition. So Professor Michael Porter of Harvard Business School introduced 5 forces of competition. That was threat of competitors, threat of substitutes, threat of new entrants, bargaining power of buyers, and bargaining power of suppliers. So today we are going to discuss the 5 forces of competition deeply, one by one. So first is threat of competitors. When threat of competitors means the rivalry among the sellers in the industry. When the rivals compete to each other in order to just attract the audience, in order to attract the customer, to increase the profitability and the market share, then it is called the rivalry among the sellers in the industry. So rivalry becomes strong. So there are some reasons behind the rivalry becomes strong. The first is when there are a large amount of competitors available in the market, which is of the same size and second point is when the demand for a product increases, then the businesses try to apply some of the business tactics, such as improving the services, providing longer warranties, lowering the price of the product, and so on. So these kind of activities makes the rivalry strong. The third is when the competitor or the seller is dissatisfied with their market position. So at that point of time, they want to just increase their market share and profitability. So at that the rivalry becomes strong. And the fourth point is when the exit barrier is very high, then it's very much difficult to step out of the business. So it's better for all the business person to stay inside the business for the long run profitability. The next point is the rivalry becomes strong when the big companies outside the industry acquire some small companies. Take an example to support this statement. When in 2008 the Tata Group acquired the Jaguar Land Rover from the Ford Motors. So this is the example of this point, and this made the rivalry strong. So now the next point is threat of new entrants. New entrants are always being the threat for all the competitors, but there are various challenges. There are various problems which is faced by the new entrants also. The first is cost disadvantage. Existing big companies have that cost advantage and they enjoy the low cost per unit, and due to that low cost per unit, they just sell their product at such a low price which a new entrants cannot even imagine to sell on. The second is they have the advantage of, they have the better access of raw materials, they have that government subsidiaries, they have ideal location. So these advantage is not enjoyed by the new entrants. So the next force is threat of substitutes. Substitutes product or the substitute goods are those goods which are used in place of one another. So take an example. When suppose a scooter company started competing with the bike company, or the print media started competing with the electronic media, or the tea is competing with coffee. So this is the example of the substitute goods. So rivalry becomes strong when the substitute goods have the better quality and quantity, or whether the buyers are easy and are comfortable to switch on to that substitute goods, and whether they like their attributes or not. So if the answer is yes, the rivalry becomes strong. The next is bargaining power of suppliers. The bargaining power of suppliers will be high if there are few suppliers available in the market, and vice versa if the bargaining power of the suppliers will be low if there are many suppliers available in the market. The next force or the last force is bargaining power of buyers. The bargaining power of buyers will be increased if there are many sellers available in the market, and if there are only few sellers available, then the bargaining power of the buyer will be low. So these were the Michael Portal's 5 forces of competition. I hope it would be fruitful for you. That's all from my side. Thank you so much. Pause. So it's the time for the discussion. We have learned so far. So my question is to all the classes, what is the 5 forces of competition of Michael Porter? Anyone?
There are five forces of Michael Porter. First, rate of new entrants, and rate of substitute, and rate of competitors, bargaining power of supplier, and bargaining power of buyer.
That's